Hey loves, so today we're going to do my top 5 high-end foundations. I just completed my top 5 drugstore foundations. I'm sure that one's going to go up before this one, but I thought I would include this one as well because I know a lot of you guys like high-end foundations. I used to be all about high-end makeup. I used to only buy high-end makeup, and even when I started buying a bunch of drugstore makeup, I still was reaching for high-end foundations up until the Conceal and Define foundation from Makeup Revolution came out. Most of the time I was using high-end foundations. So I wanted to share these guys with you in case you want to check them out, especially if you're fair-skinned like I am, because there's some really good options in here. Not all of these are light enough on their own for me, but I am extremely fair. Like when I had the Pantone test done at Sephora, I was like 1Y01 or whatever. Like it was literally the lightest shade on their Pantone chart, so that's fine. I'm very fair. I own it. But that's a ramble. So we are going to jump in. But before we do, please subscribe if you have not already. I upload videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday here on my channel. Let's get into it. All right, so how I did the drugstore one was I started with my 5th favorite foundation out of the top 5 down to my favorite. I'm sure quite a few of these are not going to be a surprise to any of you if you watch my channel regularly, but if you don't, welcome. Hopefully you'll find something you like in here. All right, so the first one we're going to talk about is the IT Cosmetics CC Plus Illumination. I love this. This is my probably 3rd one. I haven't been using it because I've just been so stuck on the Conceal and Define from Makeup Revolution, but this is such a great hydrating, like a full coverage foundation, but it's a CC cream. So in the summer, this is actually a really good match for me, but in the winter, I do have to mix a little bit of a lightener or a lighter foundation with it. It does have quite a yellow tone, and see, it is a little bit dark for me, but I am super fair. Again, this is in the shade Fair, so I believe this is the fairest one that they have. I prefer the illumination version. I have tried the regular one. I like glowy skin. This is just, it just makes your skin feel so hydrated and good. The thing I love about IT Cosmetics is it's like skincare and makeup in one, and you get such full coverage on this. There is sunscreen in here. It's got SPF 50 plus. That's crazy. But it's just a really good hydrating one. If you have dry skin, definitely check this guy out. If you have oily skin, I would try the regular one, not the illuminating one. But I still don't know if this would be perfect for you. I haven't really heard of a lot of people, anyone down in the comments that wants to add their 2 cents if they have oily skin and they've tried this, what they think. But I do think this is really great. When my skin was all dry, because for a very long time I was all dry, now I have combo skin, my cheeks are really dry and just my nose is oily. I get a tiny bit of oil on my chin, but barely anything. It's really just my nose area. But this is a really good one for dry skin lovelies. This one right here is going to be really great if you have oily skin. This guy is the Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation. I have mine in shade 10 Ivory Light. I wore this guy as a concealer actually for a really, really long time because it is so fair and the coverage is insane. I have never had any foundation personally that I've used, maybe the Dermacol, but besides that, that has this type of coverage. I think every one of these foundations is in the lightest shade. I think they just came out with a lighter shade in one of the other ones, but we'll get to that. So right there is the Marc Jacobs ones. You can definitely see how much lighter it is than the IT Cosmetics one. So if you are extremely fair and if you have, I would say combo or oily skin, I would definitely go for this one. I have combo skin, and I mean, I used to put it under my eyes. I would just make sure I really hydrated the area. So if you have dry skin and you want to try it, I would just go get a sample maybe from Sephora and then really hydrate your skin before you go in with it, because it is a really beautiful foundation. It's very full coverage. It's very matte, but I just like, then I'll just like add a little bit of glow, or I'll use an illuminating primer underneath it, and that way it's not too matte for me. But if you like a matte finish, it's probably one of the most matte foundations that I own. This next one completely surprised me. I do have a full video on this guy. This is the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation in Snow. This guy is too dark for me. I wish the Too Faced would come out with less yellow and like just lighter shades. Like even Snow, that's supposed to be like their lightest shade. It was supposed to be the improvement, it's not light enough for me. I do have to mix Manic Panic Dream Tone or another lightener with this in order for it to work. What I love about this one is that it gives you like a blurring, it's so pretty. Okay, so it says oil-free, 14-hour wear, oil controlling, photo friendly. It makes your skin look blurred. This guy's actually really close to the IT Cosmetics one. This was one of the lightest foundations that I could find back in the day, and now look how much darker it is. Peaches, it does kind of smell like peaches, but I just feel like this is the perfect foundation if you have combo skin, because it's not too drying and it gives you a nice satin matte finish, and it just gives you a blurred look to your skin, and I just love that. I just love it. I prefer this one way over the Born This Way foundation, but this guy, I haven't tried the dewy one, but I love this thing. I love this. I just wish that I didn't have to mix it. Look how dark it is. It's not even that dark, but I am just really fair, so it feels darker to me. It's good. It's comfortable. It's long wearing. I haven't worn it for 14 hours, but again, if you want to watch a whole video on this, I do have one on my channel. Just search Shan Shortcakebeauty and the Too Faced Peach Perfect Foundation, and that video should pop up. I'm going to talk about these two, number 2 and number 1 at the same time because they are really interchangeably, and I honestly love them most in combination. This right here is the Milk Makeup Blur Liquid. I already have my backup because before I fell in love with a different foundation that's in the drugstore video, I was using these two mixed together every single day. Both of these are a little bit too dark for me. Again, this one is in, I think it's an ivory. Okay, so the wonderful thing about this one, it's super matte. It's very blurring. I have never had a foundation that blurs my skin as much as this one. So we will swatch this one. But the thing is it is really matte and I have combo skin. I have dry cheeks. I don't like a super matte look, so I do end up mixing this guy with the Josie Maran Vibrancy Foundation. So it's funny because most of the foundations in the drugstore video were much more fair. This is the Milk one right here. It Cosmetics CC Plus Illumination, the Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation, the Peach Perfect from Too Faced, and here is the Milk Blur Liquid. We will swatch the Josie Maran one as well. I might as well just get that one on here so we can chat about it. This guy is an RG5 Dynamic. It is the lightest shade that one comes in. Those two mixed together though just give you the most beautiful finish. It's so blurring and hydrating and glowy, but blurring, it's just insane. Insane. So if you want to spend that much on foundation and buy two foundations at once and mix them, given obviously you're gonna have twice as much product, so it's gonna last you as long as two foundations would, but you're just mixing them on the daily. I did have to mix Manic Panic Dream Tone in with those two because they are a little bit darker, but the finish and everything is just beautiful. But anyway, so here are all of these. This one is just so good, so hydrating. If you have dry skin, this is going to be your best friend. It's beautiful. It's not the most long-lasting foundation in the world, but I don't have huge problems with it breaking up on my nose. Something about the fact that it has argan oil in it helps, like, because oil combats oil, which is weird. If your nose already has oil on it, and like, it's going to stop it from producing oil because when your skin's really dry, it's going to want to produce oil. Sometimes using a matte foundation actually makes you produce more oil. I hope that makes sense. But this is just such a good one. This is still probably one of my favorite foundations of all time. And I use this guy, I don't even know how many of these I've purchased. Probably 7 would be my guess. But yeah, it's a really good one. All right, love. So here is another look at those swatches. So the one right here is Josie Maran Vibrancy Foundation. So the Milk Blur Liquid is the darkest, but I do believe they have a lighter shade now. I might be crazy. Might be crazy. But It Cosmetics CC Plus Illumination, Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation, Too Faced Peach Perfect, Milk Blur Liquid in Ivory, and then Josie Maran Vibrancy Foundation and RG5 Dynamic. So I hope that this gave you some options. These are definitely the ones that I've used the most out of my collection. I have so many foundations, but these are the ones that I reach for when I'm using a high-end foundation. And some of these, like, I would just reach for no matter what. All right, loves, let me know down below what kind of top 5 you want to see next. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please give me a thumbs up if you did, and please subscribe if you have not already. I upload videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday here on my channel. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. So the girl was like, I've never seen anyone as fair as you. So, okay, that's fine. I think, what? Because I think they just came out with a lighter shade. Came out. So I do have to mix Manic Panic Dream Tone. Just search Shan Shortcakebeauty. I just said Shan Shortcakebeauty. Huda Booty. Foundation in hiccups in snow.